Hello and welcome to Rainbow Magician Tarot. My name is Mary, and today we're going to be doing a fun little reading for you. This reading is going to be based on which chakra is most blocked within your system. And so we're going to do some fun things. At the end of this reading, I'm also going to do a little guided meditation with you to bring your chakras more into alignment. So after you finish your reading, make sure to click ahead to the end of the video. I'll put a timestamp in the description below. Hi, this is Mary from the future. I am just jumping in to say that the guided meditation part of this video that I was just talking about will actually be uploaded as a second video because I realized that this video is going to be way too long if I tried to include all of it at once, so that will actually be a completely separate video that I should be uploading by the end of this week, so be sure to check that out. If you're watching in the future, it should already be up, and I'll have the link in the description once it's posted, so be sure to check that out if you're interested in that part of the chakra reading, healing. So, but otherwise, I'll let you get back to the reading. So you can click and watch that guided meditation if you feel up to it. I'm also going to be incorporating some fun surprises along the way. So this should be a fun reading for you to just get the messages that you need. So I'm going to talk a little bit in this intro about the chakras and what I'm talking about. So if you don't want to listen to this spiel, you can go ahead and click ahead to where I will show you the cards so that you can pick the selection. So I will, again, put that in the timestamps down below. Also, I apologize for this kind of shitty lighting setup. I know this is not, like, it's not great, but, you know, we're just gonna go with it. So just bear with me, okay? So what we're going to be doing today is we're gonna be, so I have 7 piles. So each pile is going to represent a chakra point, and it will be designated by one of these animal spirit cards. There are 7 cards in this deck that represent each of the 7 chakras, so I chose those cards specifically, shuffled them, laid them out, so whatever deck you choose, whatever card from there ended up being in that deck will be the chakra that we're going to be focusing on for that pile. You can pick more than one pile if you feel called to, but I really wanted to kind of do this because I thought it'd be kind of a fun way to help you become aware of any blockages you might be having in your life. And so I'm going to basically kind of explain my perception of chakras. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then I'll try my best to explain my conception of it. Of course, I'm only one person and I haven't like studied this for years and years. This is just how I've come to know it over, you know, however long I've been doing this kind of things. So anyway, so the chakra system is basically, they're basically energy centers on your body, okay? So there's 7 main chakras. Sorry, I'm not holding up what's 7? That's 7. 7 chakras. So you start at the bottom, at the base of your spine is your root chakra, and that is usually represented by the color red. And your root chakra is related to things such as grounding, being in your body, physicality, physical health, physical safety, your basic needs, that kind of thing. And then you move up to your sacral chakra, which is just below your belly button. And that relates to sexuality, divine feminine, emotional expression, creativity. And then you move up to your solar plexus, which is like right here, kind of under your rib cage, and that relates to divine masculine, willpower, identity, strength, resilience, those self-concepts, those kinds of qualities. And then we move to the heart center, which is the center point of your chakra system. It connects the lower and the upper chakras, and your heart, pretty obvious, is about love for yourself and others. And then you move up to your throat, which is where your throat is. And this relates to the way that you assign meaning to things. So it's how you kind of process information, and it's also how you express yourself, how you communicate, how you receive communication. So that all kind of lives in the throat. And then your third eye in the center of your forehead is, oh, I forgot to tell the colors of the other chakras, but I'll go back to that. The third eye is indigo, and it relates to perception, seeing the bigger picture, being able to generate new ideas, kind of your the mental realm, and also intuition. And then crown chakra at the top of your head is purple, and this relates to your connection with the divine, your spiritual connection to the non-physical. So going back to the colors, because I forgot, root is red, sacral is orange, solar plexus is yellow, heart is green, throat is light blue, third eye is indigo, and crown is purple or white sometimes. So that's kind of a general overview. So the way that I like to think about how this works in terms of your energy is, so a lot of people have this idea that your chakras are either like closed or open, or like they're over energized or under energized. I don't really have that. I don't really conceptualize of it in that way. I conceptualize them more as like kind of like gateways, if that makes sense. Like your body is kind of like a funnel of energy, and you have these like gateway points of that are located at your chakras where the energy can either flow or it can get stuck. So that's how I like to think of it. So when I say I have a blockage in my third eye, I don't mean that there's too much, or like that it's over energized or under energized. What I mean is that the energy is stuck here. Like it's not moving down into my throat. It's not moving up through my crown. It's getting stuck, right? So for that reason, I like to think of chakras more in conjunction with each other. So it's not like if you have a third eye blockage that the problem is just in your third eye. The problem is also probably in your crown and in your throat, because if it's not moving from your third eye to your throat, then there's a disconnect there. Do you kind of know what I'm saying? So it's more of how they are in alignment with each other versus just like on their own. Like it's not like you have a super open heart but like a super closed throat. Like that doesn't really make sense, because if your heart was open, then it would flow up to your throat. Kind of see what I'm saying? Like it's more about how they are in conjunction with the whole system is how I like to think of it. So so when I'm doing this reading for you and we're focusing on a specific chakra, I also want you to consider that the issue could be with the surrounding chakras that's preventing the energy from flowing from that one to the next one, because it kind of like cycles in. It's like both, it comes in from you channel energy from the universe in through your crown, down through your chakras and into the earth, and then it also comes back up through the earth, up and out. So it kind of goes both ways. It's like bi-directional, and it kind of like circles like that. I'm not doing a very good job at showing that, but I hope that kind of makes sense. That's just how I conceptualize of it. Everyone has a different conceptualization of it, but this is the way that makes the most sense to me, and it has been the most helpful for my own understanding and my own practice. So when we are looking at each of these blockages, when I say blockages, again, I'm talking about what's preventing the energy from flowing in or out of this chakra. So if it's not receiving energy from the previous chakras, or if it's not moving, basically. So these blockages that I'm going to be talking about are patterns or behaviors or circumstances or perceptions that you might have that, or you might be engaging in, that is keeping your energy from being in alignment. So this is where your kind of power in bringing yourself back into alignment really lies. It's not just about, oh, I have a blockage in my throat, so I'm gonna like put a crystal by my throat. I mean, you can do that and that will work, but there's also probably going to be behaviors and actions that you can take that is going to bring that into alignment with the rest of your body, because it's more about how you live your life when it comes to your well-being in general. It's about the things you're engaging with in your life more than it's just about like the specific like techniques that you do to heal something. Healing also happens in the external, so it's about the actions that you can take, the patterns that you can break. I'm rhyming up in here. That will really bring you most into alignment. So I'm going to stop talking now because I know I've been rambling for a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the piles so that you can pick. So just make sure to pick with your intuition, whatever calls out to you. And again, you can pick more than one. I do want to say before I forget that if you enjoy this reading, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And also, if you would like to book a private one-on-one reading with me, the link to do so will be in the description. I'm giving out, or I'm offering one-on-one video calls for readings. So if that appeals to you, then please check that out down below. Love to support you on your journey, and love it if you could support me as well. So make sure to check that out, and we will get into the reading. I'll show you the cards. Okay, so again, you'll have to excuse the terrible lighting here, but let me see if I can do this better. Here are your piles. So we have, so there's 7 piles, so it's kind of a lot. So we have pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they're staggered, so make sure that you are counting correctly. So for the first pile here, you can look at these pictures on the back of these cards if you wish, if that resonates with you. So for this one, we have this little face guy. So this is pile 1. For pile 2, again, you can see if that picture resonates with you. And we have a little turtle guy for pile 2. For pile 3, here's a picture on this card, and you have a fossil for the little creature on this card. For, what is that? This is pile 4. Again, you can look at this picture, and we have a little octopus for pile 4. For pile 5, where did it go? Oh, here we go. For pile 5, again, we have a nice picture, and we have a little snake for pile 5. For pile 6, look at that image, and we have a tree for pile 6. And for pile 7, again, here's an image, and here is a little dolphin for pile 7. So again, these are not these are not in the order of the chakras, so I don't know which one is which chakra, so don't worry about that. Just pick whichever one calls out to you. Just use your intuition. Yeah, I'll just give you a second. Just meditate on them. Just go for whichever ones call out to you. Pick more than one if you feel like it. I'll shut up now. Okay, so pile 1, you guys picked this little wacky face pendant. So, pile 1, I'm gonna turn over your cards. Wait, I think I wanted to. Okay. Turn over your cards. Okay. Okay, pile 1. So the first card, or so your chakra card is the dragon. So let's see which chakra that aligns with. Okay, so the dragon is the 3rd chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra. So it's the subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center in the Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. Oh, and there's more on the first page that I didn't read. So this is for the dragon. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath, and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend deep inside ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. Ooh, okay. So, dragon. So you guys, your blockage is in the solar plexus chakra. So, your next card is the... Can I read Roman numerals? No, I can't. This is the 6. That's 6. 6 of Wands, which was reversed. This is terrible lighting. I apologize. Okay, 6 of Wands reversed. We also have the High Priestess. You have the Chariot. I might try to get a close-up of these cards in a second. And you have Nurture, which was reversed. And then, so the image that you guys chose, so I didn't realize this actually wasn't, it was just kind of like a title card for this deck. So I'm gonna choose another card for you guys for these cards that I have that kind of have I don't know, I guess I'll say archetypes on them. So they're not, it's not really a tarot deck, but it's kind of too hard to explain. So I'm not even going to do that, but okay. So the other card that I drew for you, and we will look at this image as well. This is like a woman holding an umbrella on a, or there's like a, just holding a basket with an umbrella. So I don't know what to make of that. Let me see. Okay, it's kind of like she's like, it looks like she's like about to drop something. Maybe. I don't know. We'll come back to that. But the other card I drew for you, just so that you would have the same amount as everyone else, this is the image. And the card is work. So it's kind of interesting. It has like some gears and it has like a mermaid with some snakes on her. So it's pretty cool. So solar plexus. So that is, again, this is your center for, it's represented by the element of fire, which is why it was this dragon card. Was talking about inner fire. So this is your will, your drive, motivation, your kind of your self-concept, your identity. Who are you? What is your concept of yourself? How do you differentiate between self and other? All of these things come with the solar plexus chakra. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse. You're resisting being in a leadership type of role, is what I'm getting from this. Because the Six of Wands, this is a leader. This is a leader guy. So this is a leader type of energy that you are resisting at the moment. So what are you not taking leadership for in your own life? What are you not owning about yourself in your own life? What situations in your life are you just kind of taking the back seat on instead of being in the driver's seat on? Because those are the things that you're going to want to look at for balancing this chakra, because there are some things that you've been on the back seat on for too long, and it's like, no, it's time to step up and get in the driver's seat. It's time for you to be a leader, is what I'm getting from that. And we have the High Priestess. Yeah, trust your own damn wisdom. Trust your own damn knowledge. You already know everything you need to know. Like, and I'm not saying that to be corny, like, oh, all the answers are inside of you. You already know everything. Like, that's kind of cliche. Everyone says that. But no, this card is saying, like, you think that you don't have the answers, but you do. Okay? Like, you really just need to trust that you have a lot of knowledge, that you've accumulated so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and you're not really putting it anywhere. It's like, it's just kind of fizzling out. It's not being actualized. It's just kind of sitting in your head. And if it's not going to be actualized, then it's like, what are you going to do with it? It's almost like this wisdom kind of sits in your almost either in your third eye or in your throat, but it's not moving into your sacral, like, I mean, not your sacral, your solar, like, it's not moving down through your system. You're not actualizing it, you know? So, so there's something that there needs to be initiative on some kind of insight that you've gotten that you just kind of let fizzle out instead of take action on it. And that's also what I see with this Chariot card. Oh, you can't see this. I'll do that beauty YouTuber thing. Can you see it? Anyway, it's like this is like a motorcycle, like his superhero figure on a motorcycle, kind of like charging ahead. So yeah, it's like again, action. It's like whatever path you're on, just go down it. Like, it's like, I feel like you've been hesitating. There's a hesitation here because it's like, well, is this the right way? I don't know if this is gonna, you know, with the Six of Wands in reverse, it's like, I don't know if this is gonna pan out. I don't know if I'm on the right track, but it's like, it doesn't matter what track you're on as long as you go down it. Like, you just need to go somewhere. It's almost like you're walking like in a path in the woods and you come to a fork in the road and you're like, well, I just don't know which way to go. Like, I just don't know which way to go. I'm just gonna sit here, you know, and just hope that I'll make it out of these woods. But it's like, you're not gonna make it out of the woods if you don't go down one of the freaking options. Like, you know, so it's just like, just choose one and just go with it. I feel like that's really what you need. It's just like, you have all the wisdom, just trust it for once and just choose something and go with it. I feel like is really what you need. And so we also have this Nurture card reversed. I'm gonna read that last actually. We had this Work card. So again, it's like, are you putting in the work? Are you putting in the effort? And work doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be something that's draining. Work can be energizing. Okay, look at this like mermaid figure. She's like living her life. She's like, ooh, you know, she's like partying. So work doesn't have to be draining. Okay, this is the perception that needs to change. Work can actually fulfill you and give you energy. Work is effort towards a cause that you care about. So whatever that is, whatever you have your sights set on, you know, with this dragon, like you have your sights set on something, you're seeing something, but you're not going down that path, you're not walking towards it, you're not putting in that energy. And this is saying that if you put in that work, then it will pan out for you. You will get results one way or the other. They might not be the results that you expect, but they're still results, and some results is better than none. Okay. For you specifically. So let's look at this Nurture reversed card. Okay, it says, if you have drawn this card in reverse, you need to nurture other people. Perhaps there is someone in your life that you are being too hard on. Perhaps you have neglected showing someone the love and care that they need. Who in your life needs to be nurtured? Now nurture them. Okay, cool. So yeah, this path that you're walking down, this, which probably does relate to some sort of occupation or occupational goal, some kind of occupational goal, or it could just be like a hobby, but relating to like what we conceptualize of as like your work life. So that could be school, could be a job, career, hobby, whatever it is. I feel like this has something to do with giving to others. Because you have so much wisdom here, you've gained so much wisdom, it's like you now need to put that into practice and share that with others to help others. And I feel like this card is telling you that now is the time to really practice giving to others, using the wisdom that you have gained to give to others, and then that will actually be the thing which kind of fills you up and gets your momentum going, because that's what you need here with this Chariot card. You need momentum. Okay. I just wanted to look at this image again. Okay, maybe it's like you're scared of like dropping the basket. Like you're scared that if you go too fast you'll make a mistake. But as long as you stay centered, as long as you're still using your discretion. It's not like you're gonna go out and be reckless. That's not what this message is. You're still using your discretion. You're still being careful. You're still feeling things out, but you're trusting that if you do start to tip a little bit, that you'll be able to rebalance yourself. So there has to be some sort of trust that you have for your own ability to walk the tightrope, so to speak, of life, that if you start to tip a little bit, okay, well, I'll bring myself back up. So there's this kind of self-trust that needs to be developed, which I do feel like you have all of the knowledge to get you there. You have all of the skills to help you, be an ally to yourself so that when you do fall down, you can get back up. But there's still this like lack of trust that it will that you'll be able to keep yourself stable. So if that's resonating with you, maybe you might want to check out the reading for the root chakra group as well. I don't know which group number that will be, so I'll try to edit that in here so you can see it, because that root will help you to feel grounded as well, so that you have this sense of stability, so that it doesn't feel as risky to take a step forward, because you're really just kind of needing that momentum. You're needing to get going, and there might, if there's a real hesitation with that, there might still be some grounding that you need to do in order to feel secure enough to move forward, but I do feel like if you were drawn to this group, then there is an energy that is wanting you to move forward at this time. So I hope that helped you. If you resonated with any other groups, be sure to check those. And again, check my description down below if you are interested in private readings with me. It was great having you here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, and also make sure to check the end of this video for the guided meditation that I will be doing for you. All right, see you. Okay, hi group 2. The lighting has gotten significantly better since we started. As you can tell, you guys chose this little turtle. So group 2, we'll lay out your cards. Okay, group 2. So group 2, your chakra card is the Sea Serpent. So pretty sure this is the sacral. Let me check on that. Yes, okay. Sea Serpent. Healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression. Whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire, the sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives and in other places it floods. It's important to remember no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. It says the sea serpent in the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the Svadhisthana chakra. Located deep within the pelvic bowl, this chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire and is associated with the water element. Svadhisthana translates as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother, or Kundalini herself. Yay! Sacral chakra, so that is the chakra that is just below your belly button. Color is orange, and this is all about emotional expression, creativity, sensuality, just expressing yourself. The element that goes with this chakra is water, so think of being in the flow, that kind of very divine feminine kind of mood. So your cards, you have the Three of Staves, also known as Three of Wands, I believe. You have the Three of Cups. Ooh, you got 2 threes. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And then you have the Six of Cups in reverse. Lovely. And then you have the Diversity card. And then you chose this card that has this image of hands in a circle, and this card is love. So that's great. So one second. Okay, so with the Three of Staves, you need to set yourself free. We just had a full moon, and I'm seeing this full moon right here, and I'm seeing this heart center being activated. So, and again with this love card, I feel like this group would resonate with the heart chakra group as well. So I will try to put that timestamp in this comments of this video. But so the full moon, it represents illumination of what was once hidden. So there is something that needs to be expressed. There's something that needs to be expressed in order to set yourself free. We have the Three of Cups, which has 3 women. Something to do with ancestors. Like family bonds, I'm getting like a maternal lineage, like a maternal, there's a wound that's been passed down through your maternal lineage relating to coming into alignment with divine femininity, with your own unique expression of yourself, and with your expression of sexuality. It's like there's been generations of this same pattern happening through your maternal line, is what I'm getting, of patterns around restriction that you are now being called to break. So there is some pattern that you've picked up probably from your maternal line. If that resonates with you, that's what I'm sensing. Some kind of familial connection, familial pattern, ancestral trauma, if you want to use that language, but some kind of familiar pattern that you have acquired that feels maternal, that relates to how you express yourself, and it's there's a need to break that pattern. Okay, and then we have the Six of Cups reversed. Inner child. What inner child wound, what inner child did not receive what it needed? Right? There's a childhood wound that's been passed down in cycles, generation after generation. Cycles with the serpent. There's cycles. There's a cycle that's been repeating itself. Generation after generation of not getting what you needed, not of the women in your family not receiving what they needed in order to be the fullest, most authentic version of themselves. There's a restriction here, and it feels like it might have to do with ideas about what it means to be a woman, or if you're a woman, if you don't identify as female. Sorry, I'm picking up on a lot of like feminine energy. That's why I keep saying that. But if you don't identify as a female, ideas of what it means to express yourself. It's like it's a blockage with the divine feminine. And when I say divine feminine, it doesn't, again, mean that you have to be identifying as female. But divine feminine is about expression. It's about it's relating to the sacral chakra. It's about expression. It's about receptivity. It's about being in the flow. It's about being connected to your intuition, to your expression of your sexuality. Yes, so that is what I'm picking up on here. So if you are feminine, I feel like this, if you do identify, sorry, I'm tripping up a lot on my words here. If you do identify as a female, I feel like this could be relating to perceptions that you have about your own gender. If you don't identify as a female, this could still relate to perceptions of gender, or it could just be perceptions of how you have been taught to express your emotions. And I also feel like there is a blockage relating specifically to sexuality as well. So I'm going to read this diversity card for you. Diversity. If you've drawn this card upright, stop trying to get others to agree with you and instead embrace diversity. You do not need them to be wrong for you to be right. There is a unity and a harmony that is possible when we let others be where they are and choose what they are choosing. The more you try to get them to agree or be like you, the more they will resist you. You are making people feel disapproved of because they're different from you. Everyone has a reason for doing what they do, thinking what they think, and being who they are. Seek to understand them completely and with empathy while staying true to yourself. Okay, so this. Stop trying to get people to agree with you. You're not going to see eye to eye with this influence that has programmed you to believe that you need to behave in this certain way, that has programmed you to believe that you shouldn't be expressing your emotions. You know, whoever that is for you, it's okay that you aren't going to have that same perspective of them anymore. In order to break the cycle, you need to allow that person to be that person and yourself to be yourself, and accept that the way that you go about the world, the way that you go about expressing yourself is not going to look the same as that person or those people. It's not going to look the same as anyone else. You have a very specific way of expressing yourself. Your identity is very specific to you. Whatever you know, whatever these things that relate to the sacral chakra, such as sexuality, creativity, emotional expression, whatever these qualities look like in you is going to be very specific to you, and it's not going to look the same as how it looks in someone else. The way that you interact in relationships is not going to be the same as anyone else. This is also the chakra that has to do with relationships, and we have the love card here. So there's this like desire for unity, and you can have unity while also allowing for there to be diversity. So it's about allowing yourself to be yourself and them to be them, and still recognizing that you are all a part of the same circle of life. You're all a part of the same collective energy. There's a lot of family ties to this group. Like, I feel like there might be a need for you to find like a chosen family is coming up. That's what this is making me think of. It's like there was some kind of conflict in your past, in your childhood, where your needs weren't getting met. That was a result of this cycle that was repeated through your ancestral line. And as a result of that, you might feel like you don't have a family. And this, I feel, the message is that you are going to find a family in a way that makes sense for you. So you're going to find people who are diverse, who help you to feel like the most authentic version of yourself, who can allow you to express yourself and really step into that freedom. So there's an energy of found family that is like there for you to step into, but the action that you need to take is to say, I am not going to perpetuate this cycle of hindering myself anymore. I am going to express myself to the fullest that I possibly can. I'm going to free myself of all of my inhibitions, and then that is how you're going to attract these people that are going to be this found family for you. So I hope that resonates. I know this is a very strong message that came through here, but I hope that resonates with you, group 2, for the sacral chakra. Again, if you want to check out other piles, feel free to do that. And also make sure, if you want to watch part 2 of this video, which will be a healing guided meditation, along with some other messages that will be included there, then be sure to watch part 2 of this video. But other than that, hope you enjoyed watching. Check the link down below if you want a private reading with me, and I will see you sometime soon. Bye. Okay, hello group 3. So you guys chose, oh, I got the groups right. I think you guys chose this fossil, that's what it's called. And so group 3, I will turn your cards over. Okay, so group 3, your chakra card is the black egg. So I will go ahead and read that one for you. I'm trying to remember which chakra that correlates to. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so this relates to the throat chakra. Okay. So, oops. Okay, so black egg, speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. Didn't speak so clearly there, but it's okay. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in, the concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat, stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment and every situation. It is the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. The black egg in the 5th chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat, at the Vishuddha, I'm probably not saying that right. Vishuddha chakra. The ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. The Vishuddha translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. So, throat chakra. My throat is like getting, as I'm like talking right now, my throat is getting scratchy, so maybe I need this group as well. But throat chakra lives at the base of your throat. Color associated with it is blue. This is about expressing yourself. This is about communication. This is about how we interpret information and add meaning to things. So we have, for your cards, we have these 6 of blades, which is in reverse. We have the Fool. We have the Hermit. We have a self-exploration. And then this image that you chose was anger. So, throat chakra. So we have the 6 of blades reversed. So this is usually the card about moving on. But it's like you can't move on. It's like you're stuck because it's like you're stuck in confusion. Okay, it's like you're stuck in confusion because you can't see things clearly yet. You're trying to write your story before you have all the information. You're trying to make sense of something that has happened to you when you don't even see the full picture yet. So it's like you're trying to tell your story before it's even finished. You're trying to express something that's not even clear to you yet. So I feel like this blockage in your throat is also tied to this blockage in your third eye, because you don't have all of the information yet. You don't see the bigger picture, so you can't express it because you don't even know what it is. So we also have the Fool. So the Fool is at the it's the very start of the tarot. It's card 0. So you're gonna look stupid. You're gonna look stupid. Okay, let me try to rephrase what I mean by that. You're afraid of getting something wrong. You're afraid of telling, there's a truth that you're trying to tell that you are afraid you're gonna fuck up. to be frank. You're afraid you're going to not be able to convey something clearly. You're afraid that you are going to get it wrong. So the Fool is saying that you are going, like, that, yeah, you're probably at some point going to look back at yourself and think, yes, I was wrong in some ways. I didn't have all the information. Yes, I was stupid in some ways. I didn't know what I was doing. But guess what? That's life. That is how we progress. We can't ever get wisdom if we don't ever play the fool, if we don't ever start a new journey, a new beginning without all of the information. You can't get to the end of the story before you've gotten through the beginning. You know? So whatever chapter you're moving on from, the answers to that chapter lie in the beginning of the next chapter. Does that make sense? It's like the answers, the conclusion that you're waiting for lies in the beginning of the next chapter of your life. Whatever it feels like you're transitioning from one phase of your life into the next. And whatever you feel like is holding you back because there's a lack of closure, that closure is not going to come until you start the next phase. Okay, because we also have the Hermit. So the Fool and the Hermit next to each other is really interesting because these are kind of like opposites of each other almost. The Hermit is like this wise soul who has all of the wisdom, who seeks to go inward for the wisdom, whereas the Fool is the Fool. The Fool doesn't have all the information, but it is by owning the fact that you don't know what you're doing that you are going to gain the most wisdom. It is by owning the fact that you are clueless when it comes to this next phase of your life that you are going to get the insights about everything else that you've asked for. Okay? So we also have self-exploration. So I'm going to read that. If you have drawn this card upright, it is time to search within the different aspects of yourself for the purpose of self-discovery. You are being called within yourself to a place of total self-awareness on a spiritual, mental, and physical level. Keep in mind that you are a multi-dimensional being, so there can be multiple angles from which the self can be approached. You are meant to see yourself more clearly by looking within yourself for the answers. This is a time to be introverted. Now is a good time to get help from someone who can assist you to go within and explore yourself. You are living too much of your life in a state of subconscious reactivity. It is time to make yourself known to yourself. Be open to the idea that no matter how much self-exploration you have done in the past, you still don't know yourself at all. Woo! Sorry. I got excited. Yes. So, look, Hermit. Self-exploration. That's what the Hermit is about. It's about reflection. It's about going inward. The Fool. Acknowledging that you might not know what you think you know. You might not know as much as you think you know. And that's okay. That is excellent. That is beyond perfect because you are going to learn so much more. And it's not like information that you've previously learned is going to just suddenly be rendered wrong. It's that you're going to look at it in a brand new light and it's going to take on a whole new meaning. But first you have to let go of the meaning you've already placed on it. You have to unknow so that you can re-know. Okay? You got to unlearn what you've learned so that you can gain more understanding as opposed to just knowledge. You can gain more understanding of your experiences the more that you let go of the meaning you've already placed on them. Okay? Oh, my throat. My throat is choking up on this pile. Okay. And then you guys chose anger. Anger. So there's some probably suppressed anger within you. It's like this frustration because you feel like you should have the answers by now. You feel like you should have it figured out by now. You feel like you should be over it by now. It's like this energy of like, well, I feel like I should be moving on, but I'm not, and I don't know why. And there's anger. You're waiting for retribution from someone or something. There's some aspect of this anger that you have towards someone or some circumstance in your life that it's like you're waiting for retribution for. You're waiting, for someone to apologize, or you're waiting for that thing that's making you angry to just go away. But what's really happening is it's not this external thing that is the cause of the anger. It's really about a disappointment that you have within yourself because something didn't pan out the way you wanted it to, and you are adding all of this meaning. Throat is about meaning. You're adding all of this meaning onto the experience that is not necessarily what the experience actually is. So I would recommend watching the solar plexus group for anger as well, because anger relates to the solar plexus. And again, also there's a connection between your solar plexus and your throat. So if there's a need to express that anger, then express it. Okay, but you're doing so not because you expect some kind of magic resolution to happen, but for the sake of expressing it. That's like this exploration. You're exploring yourself for the sake of understanding yourself. So that includes expressing how you feel, expressing your anger, just for the sake of expressing it, not necessarily because it will make things right. It might not. You don't know. Like, that's the thing. You're going to be clueless until you're not. Like, you're gonna have to own up to the fact that you might not know what you think you know, or you might not know as much as you would like to at the current moment. But it's like the more that you embrace that, the more wisdom you will gain, and all of the things that you have learned in the past will have a new meaning added onto them, and your life will become much more richer as you move into this next phase of your life. Whatever it is, there's some phase of your life that has ended or is ending, and in order to move on, you have to just really wholeheartedly embrace this unknown aspect of this next phase of your life where you're not really going to know what you're doing. But that is perfectly fine, because you are going to figure it out, and you're going to explore yourself for the information that will help you to kind of guide you through this unknown time, and through that you will probably discover whatever this anger is that's holding you back, be able to express that and move through that. So I hope that resonated with you. If you enjoyed this, make sure that you check out part 2 of this video, which is going to be a healing guided meditation. And if you like this reading and you want to book a private reading with me, the link for that will be in the description below. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye. Okay, hello, group 4. You guys are number 4. So you guys chose this little octopus. I have named her Sally. So she's my little octopus friend. So let's look at your cards. Okay. So, I had a feeling y'all were gonna be this group. You guys are. The chakra card is the unicorn, which is the third eye. I had a feeling. Before I picked up this group, I was like, this is gonna be the third eye group. I just knew it. My third eye be popping. Okay. Okay, unicorn. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it is real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to the curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. So, the unicorn in the 6th chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the 3rd eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Untitled Chapter, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our 2 eyes see the past and future, while our 2 eyes see the past and present, while this 3rd eye peers into the future. So, 3rd eye. So this is all about perception. This is about your connection or your relationship to reality, your relationship to that which is beyond just you. So, unicorn. And so your cards, I'll show you. Okay, sorry. Your cards are the 4 of Staves, the 10, that's the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords in reverse. Death. I love it when the Death card shows up. And excitement. I was laughing when I saw this card because I'm feeling really excited about this group for some reason, and y'all got the excitement card, so I guess that makes sense. And then the card that you chose, the picture that you chose was this, which is regret. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why I'm feeling really excited about this group. Okay. Let's see. 4 of Staves. Interesting. Huh. It feels like there's something looming over you. You have this couple that's like getting married, and then you have this like hooded figure standing at the top of the church, like looming over them. There's like a looming fear that feels like it's hovering over you, that's been blocking your 3rd eye because it's something you don't want to see. Feeling anxiety right now with this energy. A lot of anxiety. You have the 10 of Swords reversed. Okay, I'm feeling a lot of heartbreak now. Okay, this group would probably benefit from the heart chakra group as well. I'll put a timestamp so you can jump to that. There's like a lot of heavy energy coming up right now. Okay. Okay, so there's this really heavy defeatedness that you've suffered. That it's like there was some kind of crushing disappointment that occurred. I feel like it was many things, really, because you have so many swords. It was like one after another, like stab, 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 stab. It was like disappointment after disappointment that you suffered, and it created this feeling of futility, of hopelessness, of despair. And I feel like that there's a fear now that that's not over. There's a fear that it's like you're afraid of you're afraid to trust in your emotions again. You're afraid to trust in love again, because it's like this dark energy that's looming above you, that's hovering above you, is coming from this distrust, because this was so awful for you, this experience of one thing after another just not working out, and just this defeatedness. And it's like you're kind of stuck in this energy, even though it's over. Like this death card, this is the ending of a cycle, but it's like you're not really allowing it to end, because it's like you're holding on to something still. You're still afraid. Okay. There's some situation that you were defeated by. And now there's a desire for that to be over, for you to start this new phase of your life. But it's not going to be over until you address the fear of it not being over. There's a fear of something happening again. There's a fear of, this happened to me and I was defeated, so it's going to happen again. And until you address that fear, you're going to be stuck in the same energy of powerlessness. It's almost like you have suffered some metaphorical death, but it's like now you're being asked to recommit to life, but you can't because you're afraid of dying again. But it's like, why are you afraid? Because you've already done it. You've already lost something, but you're afraid of losing it again. Like, you're afraid of losing something else again if you try to put if you try to put your energy into something new. It's like you're afraid of this kind of like blindsided thing happening, of just there's a distrust, but you're being blinded by your own perception, because it's like you're taking on this blindingly pessimistic attitude where you've been defeated before, and so you think it has to happen again, but that's not necessarily the case. So I'm gonna read the excitement card. If you've drawn this card upright, you have come face to face with something that has caused you to feel a great sense of enthusiasm and eagerness. This enthusiasm that you feel is a powerful energy that you can channel in any direction that you like. You may have the tendency of not letting yourself feel excited because of your fear of disappointment. But at this time, the universe wants you to throw caution to the wind. Let yourself feel the elation of excitement. Ride the waves of this excitement to whatever you are excited for. Okay. So, yes, there's a fear of disappointment. There's a fear that if you let yourself have this good feeling thing, whatever it is, that this energy of this looming sense of doom is going to come over you again. It's like the fear that you have of good things being taken away is the thing that keeps taking your good things away. The fear that you have of being blindsided is what is allowing you to be blindsided, because it's like when you are afraid of something happening, you're hyper vigilant about it, and so you're going to be looking out for it everywhere. And when you're looking out for it everywhere, you're going to find it. You're gonna find it. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If I am, spending all day waiting for something to happen, then I'm probably going to make something happen just so that I stop this energy of like waiting. It's like it feels almost like more relief when something does happen, because then you're not on this hypervigilant mode anymore. So you're sabotaging yourself. This is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're sabotaging yourself. You're not letting yourself have something good because you're afraid of being blindsided. You're afraid of being disappointed. You're afraid of it being taken away. This could be a new relationship with this Four of Staves. This could be a new relationship that you're trying to commit to or explore, but you're afraid of losing it again because, maybe you suffered some heartbreak or a breakup or something that was very painful, and you're afraid of it being taken away again. But that fear that you have of it being taken away again is what is going to lead you to become your own worst enemy, your own self-fulfilling prophecy, and you're going to act in ways that is going to jeopardize this new thing that you're trying to put energy into, and it is going to be taken away from you because you've jeopardized it, because you didn't trust it to begin with. So this excitement energy is really what is needed right now. And there's this regret that you need to let go of, because this disappointment, this regret that you experienced, it's like whatever that is, you need to really come into a place of acceptance and just be like, this happened, I lost this, it was awful, it was terrible, yes, that happened, you need to fully accept that in order to be able to release this regret, in order to be able to move forward, because you're not seeing the bigger picture, because you're being blinded by your own fears of the past repeating itself. But that fear is what's going to recreate it, because your consciousness can't have an unresolved fear within it. It needs the fear to play out so that there can be a resolution. So that's why it seems like your fears keep playing out, because they do, because you need a resolution and it's not getting it. And it won't get it until you become so radically accepting of it that it doesn't even matter whether or not it happens again, because it's worth the risk. You need to get to the point where whatever it is that you're afraid of losing is worth the risk. So for an action step, whatever this new thing that you've started, this new relationship, this new project, this new idea that you have, I want you to try to channel some excitement about that and try to allow yourself to ride that excitement. If you get inspired about something, then act on it. You know, act on your inspiration immediately, act on your excitement, and just see what happens when you follow that stream, follow that river as far as it can go, and see what happens when you just act on that excitement, and when you fully accept the risk, accept the fear into you, so that it's no longer trying to like fight to get your attention. If you just acknowledge it, if you accept it into your being, then you can digest it and you can move forward. So I hope that was helpful. Very heavy energies with this group, but yes, there's probably there might be a need for some meditation, some stillness, so that you can process this loss that you experienced, because I feel like there is some aspect that is unprocessed. So with that being said, if you want, you can check out part 2 of this video, where we will be doing a bit of a guided meditation and some healing, so you can check that out. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and be sure to check my description below if you're interested in private readings with me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Okay, hello group 5. On to group 5 already. So we have, you guys chose this little snake pendant with this lapis lazuli stone. So this is not the third eye pile, but this stone does correspond with the third eye. So if you feel drawn to choose it, to look at the third eye pile, I will put a timestamp. You can look at that. But let's look at the cards that you guys chose. Okay, ooh. Alright, I had a feeling it was going to be this one. You guys, your chakra card is the Cosmic Egg, which I'm pretty sure is the crown chakra. I will read that real fast. Yep. Okay, so this is your crown chakra. Cosmic Egg, completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. The Cosmic Egg is the final card in the journey of the Animal Spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have treaded the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. I love that so much. The cosmic egg in the 7th chakra. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head, called I'm gonna mess this up. Called Sahasraha. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upwards toward Sahasrara. Each of the 6 lower chakras plays an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of a million suns. I love that. The journey is complete, but it does not end. I loved that little phrasing. I love the messages in this book. It's so beautifully written. Highly recommend this deck if anyone is interested. So, crown chakra. This is your connection to the divine. This is your connection to that which is beyond yourself. And this is represented by the color purple most of the time. So let's get into your cards. You have, all of your cards are reversed actually, that's interesting. You have the Star, which was reversed. You have the Hermit, which was also reversed. You have the 8 of Wands, which was reversed. You have Namaste reversed. And the image you chose was this bunch of drinks, and it says bar. So we'll get into analyzing that in a minute, but let's start here with the Star reversed. So the Star is about transformation, alchemy. It is about creation. Okay, so there is potential. There's great potential all around you. There is infinite potential to create anything in every aspect of existence. I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting esoteric here, but this is like talking about the potential for creation lies in darkness, which lies in everything. So follow me for a second on this metaphysical path, okay? If we go back to the beginnings of creation, whether you believe in some spiritual reality or if you just believe in the Big Bang, it doesn't matter. At the beginning of creation, there was darkness. Even if you believe in the Big Bang, at the beginning there's just this hot ball of mass, okay? There is something that is simultaneously nothing and everything. So there is darkness, and from that darkness, embedded in that darkness is the potential for all things. The potential for creation lies in darkness, which is in all things. So everything around you, there is both a light and a darkness to it. There is both a positive and a negative. There is both light and shadow. And what we like to think of as light, which is creation, which is life, which is love, that potential for light, for those positive things, it lies in the darkness, because you can't have one without the other. And it is the awareness of both that allows for creation. So I feel like with this star reversed, you're not owning the fact that you are a creator. You're not owning the fact that this reality is your creation, that you have the power to transform, to transmute. Okay, we have the Hermit also reversed. Again, this kind of light in the darkness comes from within. That's what the Hermit is about. The Hermit is about going within. This light, this answer comes from going within, and there's a resistance to that. There's a resistance to looking within yourself, to looking at your own shadows, to looking at your own negative traits, your own unwanted emotions. There's a resistance to having awareness of that which you have labeled as bad or unwanted within yourself. But it is only by having that awareness that you gain the ability to create. So I know I'm getting very philosophical with this one, but this is the crown chakra, so what did you expect? So your crown chakra is blocked because you're not owning the fact that you are a divine creator and that you have all the potential inside you. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. Whatever has been thrown your way, you have the ability to throw it back the other way. Like what I'm getting from this, it's almost like you're being attacked with these batons that are flying at you, and you're like, oh, what do I do? But it's like you can flip it so that now you're sending these batons upwards. So to make this make more sense, let me try to ground my thoughts for a second. It's like you take the negative experiences and you transmute them and you send them back out into the universe. So this is what alchemy is about. It's about taking the unwanted, powerfully owning it and claiming it, and transmuting it and saying yes to it in a way where it becomes something else, and then you use that creation and you put that out into the world. So this is how you heal from trauma, is by owning that it happened to you and by adding a meaning to it that gives you purpose instead of defeating you. So whatever circumstance has happened, whatever negative, unwanted thing has happened, in order to heal from that, it's not about pushing it away from you. It's about owning it and turning that pain into purpose, turning it into something, turning the unwanted into something that is wanted. That is what alchemy is, and you can't do that by pushing away, what is unwanted. You only do that by finding the gold within what is unwanted, by finding the light within the darkness, so to speak. So we have Namaste reversed. So I'll read that one. If you have drawn this card in reverse, you are held back by your disconnection and avoidance of people. You have glorified the idea of independence without realizing that this is an interdependent universe. You are currently afraid of letting anyone too close. You may use techniques to keep yourself safe by separating yourself from others. For example, you may belittle them, criticize them, make no time for them, try not to understand them, show no love to them, and receive no love from them. Right now, you are trying to be an island unto yourself, and whether you know it or not, this is causing you and those around you to suffer. Now is the time to connect more with others. Yes, so, disconnection, crown chakra. Disconnection is what happens when you have a blocked crown chakra. You see yourself as separate from the world around you. This is what I'm saying. So whatever situation has happened, there's a conflict between yourself and the world around you, yourself and other people. It could be one person in particular. It kind of feels like it's a you against the world situation. Maybe there's a certain type of person that you just are frustrated with at the current moment, you know. Maybe you're frustrated with, you know, people who have this certain belief, or you're frustrated with people who do these things that you think are bad and evil, or you're frustrated with government, or you're, you know, whatever it is, you're frustrated with some type of person. Maybe it's all types of people, maybe it's one particular person, but there's a perceived disconnection. But what you need to realize is that whatever qualities you dislike in other people are the qualities you've most disowned within yourself. So whatever is inside is what's going to reflect to you. So now is the time to powerfully, or to be brave enough to look at the aspects of yourself that are that which you don't like in other people, to powerfully own your own darkness, your own unwanted aspects, so that you recognize that there is not this disconnection between you and the world around you. And then we had this bar card with these drinks. So this could mean that you have been trying to numb yourself. You've been trying to numb yourself, maybe with some substances, because you feel this disconnection, and because you feel like the world is against you, but you are not owning the fact that you are a powerful creator, and that you have so much more power than you can even conceptualize of right now. And you're not going to get in touch with that until you stop numbing yourself, and until you are willing to take a look inside yourself. And you can have support during this process. With this card, it said, like, you're trying to be an island unto yourself, which is not working. So if this resonates with you, and the message that you need from this is that you need to find someone else to help you with whatever you're going through, then that's your message, okay? Because you deserve support. You deserve to feel connected. And there's a resistance to looking at parts of yourself because of a fear of a meaning that you've assigned to it. But it is by owning that, by fully acknowledging all potentials within yourself, that you can step into your ability to create anything at all that you could possibly imagine. So, very powerful message with this group. I hope that resonated. And if you'd like to watch the second part of this video, be sure to do that. It will be a guided meditation, healing all the chakras. So Be sure to watch that if you feel called to, and if you are interested in a private reading with me, the information for that will be down below. And I really thank you for watching, and I wish you the best of luck. Bye. Okay, welcome group 6. It is now nighttime. I've been filming these off and on, so the light keeps changing drastically. But group 6, you chose this Tree of Life pendant bracelet. So let's see what show cards are about. Group number 6. Okay, so group 6, your chakra card is the Golden Egg, which I believe is the heart chakra. So that's the wrong book for that. I turned right to it. So, Golden Egg. Message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern-day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra, or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell, like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. The golden egg in the 4th chakra. The subtle essence of the golden egg is nestled deep within the heart center at the 4th chakra. This chakra, called Anahata, is the home of the self or soul. By bringing the mind into the center, we discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there in deep meditation waiting for us. Anahata translates as the unstruck sound. Awesome. So, meditation, super beneficial. A lot of the groups is getting that message as well. We all need to meditate during these times. So, heart chakra, this is your connection to yourself and how you relate to others, how you feel compassion to others, love for the self and for others. So, your cards, you have the King of Blades. You have the Star reversed. Interesting, because the last group, group 5, also had the Star reversed in a different deck. I'm using multiple decks here. But you guys also have the Star reversed, so, hold on, I have a notification on my phone. Okay. This could be a sign that you might want to watch group 5, which was Crown Chakra. And we have the 5 of Swords, and we have Higher Purpose. And the picture that you guys chose was this, which is like 2 people connected by a chain tossing a skull in the air. It's like a net underneath them, and the word is obsession. Interesting. Okay. So, heart chakra, what do we need? What is the blockage here? Let's see, we have the King of Blades, otherwise known as the King of Swords. Judgment. Judgment. there's a really harsh and kind of overbearing energy of judgment that you are perhaps putting on yourself. Maybe you're being overly critical of yourself or of others. You're like trying to measure up to something, trying to prove yourself worthy. It's like you feel intimidated. Like, if you look at his expression, it's very much like I don't know if I can emulate it, but it's very intimidating. It's very much like, hello, puny human, what are you gonna do to me? Like, it's like piercing. So you feel small. You might be feeling small. You feel okay. I feel like you feel like there's a fear of judgment, perhaps from other people. It's like you can't move because you feel like you're being watched. You feel like everyone around you is just staring at you, and that people are waiting for your demise. That's the perception that it seems that you have. It's like you feel like people are waiting for your demise. There's some force or energy that's just out to get you, and you need to prove yourself. You need to measure up. There's all these harshness, this criticism that you feel like is coming from the external world, when really it's coming from yourself. So we have the star reversed. Ooh, this is interesting. I never noticed how these stars are almost in the shape of a heart. So the star reversed, I just talked about in the last group, as the card of transformation and of alchemy. It's about, okay, well, I'm going to tune into this specific card because it might be different from the last card that I just tuned into. This one seems to be more about release. Acceptance. Coming into a place of allowing yourself to be where you are, and allowing yourself to be the exact expression of what you are, allowing your experiences, giving space to your experiences, even your unwanted experiences, giving space for your negative emotions so that they can settle into you, so that they can be processed and released. So when it comes to release, when it comes to things like releasing and letting go, it's not an energy of throwing something away. That's not what that is. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about wanting to release something, wanting to move on, wanting to let go. It's not that you're taking something that happened in the past and you're just throwing it away from yourself. What it is it's like swallowing water so that it can exit you. Swallowing the truth of what happened so that your body can process it and it can be released. So that is what I'm seeing here with this water being poured out into the earth. That there is some kind of emotional baggage that needs to be released. But before you can release it, you need to swallow it. You need to let it settle into your body. And it might help you to go out in nature in this time, to spend some time connecting with the earth, to nurture the earth. Maybe take up gardening if that resonates with you. If that's, a sign for you, then go for it. But something about giving back to the earth, nurturing the earth, is what I'm seeing here. Being grateful for what you have around you in your surroundings, so that it doesn't feel so much like everyone out there is out to get you, when you're in a place of appreciation for what you have around you. So, and again, this was in the reverse, so there has been a resistance, again, to that, because you can't release until you swallow. So there's a need to swallow the emotional reality of how you feel in order for that to be processed, in order for that to be released. But there's also a need to nurture both yourself and the world around you, just even your immediate surroundings, taking care of your belongings, taking care of the earth, taking care of your body. Just, you're really being called to caretake, to come into this energy of caretaking, so that you're no longer kind of in the defense mode, you're in the appreciation mode, which will be the antidote to this energy of feeling intimidated, and feeling like something is out to get you or is being judgmental to you. The antidote to that is to appreciate what you have around you. Or if you're the one being judgmental, the antidote to that is to appreciate that which you are judging. And then we have the 5 of Swords. Which, okay, I feel like there's the perception of some sort of zero-sum game that has been played, or that you are playing. So a zero-sum game is like an I win, you lose kind of scenario. So yeah, it's like you're trying to best somebody almost. It's like this energy here, and this King of Blades, of this judgment of needing to prove yourself. It's like you need to best somebody, you need to prove that you're stronger than what you've gone through, or whatever situation is affecting you. You need to prove something. And there's this kind of war that's being played out between you and your external reality, but also between two parts of yourself, that is making it so that you feel stuck and you feel disconnected, because there's a perception of there's no way to win without somebody losing, which is not the case objectively, but that is not what you're able to see right now. But I feel like in order for you to get a better perspective, you do need time connecting, nurturing the earth, nurturing yourself, nurturing your body, really being gentle with yourself, and really allowing these emotional experiences that you have been having, these fears of judgment, this conflict that you may have been having with yourself and with your environment or with another person, letting that kind of settle into your body so that it can be released. And you have this obsession card because it's like you've been chained to this idea. You've been chained to a concept, or you've been chained to this idea of conflict You've been chained to this idea of war, that everything has to be a fight, that if you're not fighting for your own best interest, then you won't survive. You know, it's like this energy of battle that you are being chained to. This is kind of like this obsession of needing to prove yourself, this obsession with needing to prove yourself, prove that you are smarter than them, prove that you are better than them, prove that you are, you know what you're doing, prove that you are capable, whatever it is. There's an obsession that you're playing out over and over again that has this energy of battle, of me against them. Like there's this futility, because it feels like there's no way to win, because there's this perception of separation, of me versus other, when what is needed is an acceptance of the totality of yourself, which includes other. I hope that made sense there. But if you are having a conflict between yourself and some external force, be it a person or a situation or the government or the world, whatever it is, that manifestation of that conflict is just reflecting to you a conflict that you're having within yourself. So it's more powerful for you to nurture that part of yourself that you are afraid of, and the part of yourself that is afraid, than it would be for you to try to change the external without any awareness of that. I hope that made sense. I know that sounds kind of lofty there, but we also have this higher purpose card, so I will read that. Okay, if you have drawn this card upright, the first step in finding meaningful purpose in every aspect of your life is to open the door to the aspect of you which chose into this life in the first place, your eternal, non-physical self. If you are unintentionally cut off from your awareness of this side of yourself, this will sound like a tall order, but it really is as easy as this. Excuse me. Be brave enough to acknowledge and accept what it is that you feel truly passionate about. What is it that makes you feel happy? What makes you feel passion? When you are feeling joy or passion, it is because you have found resonance with that aspect of yourself, the soul that chose to come into this life, and thus you are in alignment with your higher purpose. Your purpose with respect to what you are meant to be doing here in this life will literally fall into your lap when you commit to living life at the mercy of your own passion and joy. Awesome. So, higher purpose. What are you passionate about? That's what you need to be focusing on, instead of focusing on how do I prove myself. It's not about that. It's how do I love myself? How do I do what I love versus doing what I have to do to prove myself, or to, it's like, who are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to prove yourself to? What is this force that needs you to prove something to it? Like, it doesn't exist. It's just you. So do what makes you feel passionate, what makes you feel joy. And this energy of battle, of opposition, of I can't win unless they lose, of everyone's better than me, I'm intimidated, all of that obsession, that battle will dissipate once you focus instead on what gives you passion, what gives you joy. And that will help you feel more connected to yourself, to your soul, and bring you more into alignment. So nurture yourself, nurture others, nurture the earth, nurture your environment, and do what makes you feel passionate, and then that will come back to you. So I hope that resonated with you. If you would like, be sure to check out part 2 of this video, which will be a guided meditation / healing session for your chakras. So be sure to check that out. If you want a private reading with me, info will be in the description below. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Okay, hello group 7. Last but not least, we made it to group 7. If this is the first pile you chose, you're probably like, what you talking about? This is the first pile for me. But for me, this is the 7th and I'm quite tired. But we're gonna make it work. So you guys chose the little dolphin. Cool. So let's see what your cards have to say. Okay, so you guys got the chakra card that is the Phoenix. That is the root chakra. So let's find her. Where is she? Okay. Phoenix, freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. The phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running away from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign. The fire of transformation is upon your wings. The phoenix in the first chakra. The ancient yogis believed that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra. This earthen center is also called the Muladhara, or our root. The ascent of the phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ash toward the navel center. Again and again, it makes this journey from our first to third chakra, purifying our essence, freeing us from the past. Lovely. So, root chakra is about balance. I didn't mean to say balance, but sure, it's about balance. It's about grounding. It's about knowing yourself. It's about a stable foundation of self, of existence. Okay, so Phoenix, love this energy. Transformation, burning of impurities, really like that. So your cards, you have the Queen of Blades, which was reversed. You have the 9, I believe, yeah, 9 of Coins, which was also reversed. And you have the 6 of Coins, which was also reversed. And I believe all of your cards are reversed, actually. You have Emotional Expression, which was reversed. Now that I look at it, I don't know if this one was reversed or not, but that's fine. And then the card that you chose with the image on it, as you can see there, is titled Place of Worship. So I guess this is like some kind of church or something. So So, Queen of Blades reversed. Okay. So we have this woman who's kind of sitting on this stone foundation, kind of reaching out towards this white owl. So these white wings here, and then on the owl is a sign there. So so burning of impurities. The white wings can symbolize that transformation into purity. She is sitting on a stone foundation, almost like she is calling in the divine. Like, instead of going to get it, she is firmly planted, and she is calling in the transformation, calling in the blessings, calling in the gifts, the messages from the divine, versus trying to like escape outside of herself to go get it. She is the Queen of Blades. She's the Queen of Swords, who is the Queen of the swords represent the element of air, which is thought, but she is grounded because she is sitting on this stone foundation. So it's about calling in your thoughts from a firmly planted foundation. It's about reaching for these truths and bringing them into the now, versus getting so up in your head that you lose the perception of where you are. I hope that kind of made sense. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this is about abundance. So there's a scarcity mindset here. Because this is in the reverse, there's a scarcity mindset. You don't see the abundance that is all around you. Okay, root chakra has a lot to do with manifestation, with finances, with abundance. So this is important. She also has a peacock, it looks like, on her shoulder. So there's a lot of bird imagery here. We have 3 animals with wings in these cards. So, what does that speak to? Freeing yourself. Peacocks also represent authenticity. So again, it's an energy of calling in the abundance, finding it in the now, versus thinking that it's something you have to run and go get. So if you're someone who likes to do a lot of these manifestation techniques, if you're all up in that law of attraction stuff, what you might not be getting is that your point of power and your ability to manifest lies in the now. So what I mean by that, if I want to manifest abundance, I am not going to do that until I start finding abundance right where I am this second. Meaning, I'm looking around my room, look at this abundance of books I have on my bookshelf, look at this abundance of tarot cards I have around me, look at this abundance of things I have on my desk, this abundance of clothes in my closet. It's about feeling appreciation for the abundance that you have right now, this second, without needing to change anything. That is the key to manifestation that not a lot of people will tell you. You have to find it in the now, because if you run and go get it, or if you put this energy out of it, I need to get it because I don't have it. If you're coming at it from this scarcity point of view, you're just going to manifest more scarcity, because your point of attraction happens in the now. Your power and your ability to manifest is in the now. It's in the present moment. So whatever you have in the present moment is what you're going to be manifesting. So that's where your power lies. It's in the now. It's not in the future. It's not in the past. It's right here. What can you do right this second that can change your vibration, can change your point of attraction, can help you manifest the things that you want? And if you're not all up in this language of manifestation and you're like, what are you talking about? You don't have to be. The point is, your power in creating the life you want to live happens in the present moment. So again, with this this woman, she's calling in the divine. She's calling in these spiritual truths, these insights. She's calling in these things that she wants, but she's calling it in from where she is instead of trying to be somewhere that she's not. And we have the Six of Coins. Okay. Interesting. I said balance earlier without meaning to, and we have the scales here. So yeah, again, it's kind of this scarcity thing. It's this perception that in order for one person to have abundance, and it must be taken from another person, when in reality that is not the truth. So I feel like there's some financial issues with this group that is manifesting as a blockage in the root chakra. Because yeah, there's this idea that there's only so much to go around, that in order for one person to gain, another has to lose. And that's an outdated idea, that's an outdated belief, that's an outdated paradigm. We need to step away from that. Just because one person is abundant doesn't mean that another person can't be. Okay? So we need to change our perceptions around abundance as a limited resource, you know, specifically as it relates to material abundance. It's like this idea, there's only so much to go around, and if I have this much, then I'm taking it from this person, and, you know, that's not the case. So there's a perception that needs to be changed about that, and again, that comes from recognizing how you are abundant in the now, recognizing how everyone is abundant in the now. Everyone has resources that they might not be able to see, but they are there. And that's not to say that there aren't people who struggle a lot more than others to get the resources they need, because we do live in a society. We live in a society where not everyone gets access to the same resources, the same opportunities, and I'm very aware of that. But the thing is, you can be aware of that and also be aware that all of reality is a matter of perception. And when you are in a situation where your external circumstances that are set up by society are so dire, you're not going to have a lot of ability to access your power in changing your own perception, but it's always there. So just because I'm saying that you have the ability to change your perception and change your reality, yes, that's true for everyone, but it's not going to come easily to those who have grown up in certain realities where, you know, that option of being reflective wasn't even there or wasn't presented to them. So I'm just saying this to say that I know it's not as simple as it might sound, but if you're watching this now, chances are you do have that ability to be reflective and to change your perception of your surroundings so that you can change your own reality, so that you can manifest abundance. And the thing is, if you can manifest abundance, you can use that abundance to give back to those who don't have it. So if there's this belief that you are a bad person if you manifest abundance because then you're taking away from someone else, think of it as the more abundant you are, the more that you have to give to others. So if that's a motivating factor for you, if you're someone who wants to help the world, help those who don't have all the resources, the only way to do that is to find a way to get the resources yourself so that you can then use that to help the people who don't have them or who don't have the perception of them that you were able to achieve. So to finish this off, we'll do the emotional expression in reverse. If you have drawn this card in reverse, you are currently denying how you really feel. You are not being open with yourself or other people. This emotional facade is exhausting. It causes you to put on a show while rejecting your true self. It is time to stop hiding who you really are, how you really feel, and come out of the closet. You are being called to express your true feelings. So, if you have drawn this, or if you have picked this card, you would probably benefit from the sacral chakra group, which I will put a timestamp for, because this is about emotional expression. This was about what we talked about in the sacral chakra group. So that you can't, if you're trying to manifest abundance, you can't be restrictive with yourself. You can't deny how you feel, because your chakras all work together, and you're not going to have an imbalanced root chakra if you're not imbalanced in your sacral, and vice versa. So if you're restricted in your sacral, if you're restricted in your emotional expression, nothing is going to manifest for you, because it needs to move throughout your whole system. So and in order to transform, in order to have this energy of transformation, transforming the lack into abundance, you first need to emotionally express what it feels like to be in that lack, so that you are starting from reality. You're starting from where you are, again, starting from the now. The now includes the negative emotions. It includes that feeling of lack, that feeling of scarcity. But if you powerfully own that, then it won't stay that way, because you've owned it. You've already changed the energy of it once you consciously choose to let it become a part of you. And then you chose the place of worship. So this could be calling you to spend some time in prayer, connecting, maybe some sort of ritual, some sort of spiritual ritual might be of benefit for you, whether that is just like setting or lighting a candle and setting an intention, or writing down the things you want to manifest, or it could be from a specific religious practice if you have a religion that you follow, or just any practice that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be religious, though. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be going to church or anything like that. It could be if you feel called to that, but it could just be some personal ritual that you can create. You can decide what your own spirituality is, your own personal ritual that makes you feel in touch with your higher self, that makes you feel in touch with the universe. So it's almost like, in order to really be grounded in the root chakra, you also kind of need a way to access your crown chakra, because again, it all cycles around. And so you can't have an imbalance, a truly imbalanced root without an imbalanced crown, because they relate to each other. You know, again, it's like a cycle of energy that starts from the root, it goes out and through your crown and comes back down, and it also starts from the crown and goes through your root, and it's like these two concentric cycles that you need both. So in order to be in balance, you need to find a way to take your connection with the divine and bring it into the physical through a ritual. And I mean, this could just be as simple as meditation, but it could also be, you know, any kind of practice that just makes you feel connected physically to your surroundings and also connected to that which is beyond the physical, that which is divine, which is spiritual, whatever your beliefs may be. So I hope that kind of helps for you, group 7. I hope that you enjoyed, and if you would like to continue balancing your chakras, please be sure to watch part 2 of this video, where we will be doing a guided meditation with some healing stuff. And if you are interested in one-on-one readings with me, the info for that will be down below. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Namaste.